Okay, what's up, gamers? So, they revealed the kits to the new Dokkan units 2 days ago, but I kind of wanted to, just see what they looked like in game, waited for them to get in game first, and just settle on my feelings about the celebration overall, and just, objectively look at their kits. And, spoiler alert, I think they're really good. To do Future the way they did without any fusions, they needed to make all these characters really fucking good, and they definitely delivered. So I'm just gonna go over basically the new kits. I could probably do like another video going over these guys right here, the actual like Zamasu's. I mean, not Zamasu's, the Rosés, like the free-to-play ones. Because even these guys, the free-to-play ones look really good. So I'll go over those in like a separate video, but I'm mainly going to be looking at the 2 LRs, Champa, and then the Super Easy Ace. So looking at this guy first, and I have my full unedited VOD of my reaction to the live stream. So if you watch that, and I'll probably be editing it soon and uploading it, it's just like an hour and 30 minutes to edit. I don't want to do that right now. But my initial thought on this guy's leader skill, why they could have added like power beyond Super Saiyan to this for sure. Or I don't know why they are only doing 2. I think that's kind of weird. A big point, and I'll just pull this up real quick. A big point for them doing the this celebration in particular is that I believe they said it, and I'll just like throw up a little screenshot. They said it's supposed to be like an anniversary level celebration. They said it in the live stream, and they said it even before that. So I was really expecting them to have like 3 leader skills, and then the regular 2 for the additional stats, like this guy and the other 10th anniversary unit. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. Kind of weird. What did I click? Okay, so it's kind of weird. I mean, initially I was thinking this was like a really bad leader skill. Like, really, you would just be wanting to run them on fused fighters, but because initially I thought, some of the characters weren't going to be that good. I didn't think they'd be as good as they are. But they're really good. So, Future Saga right now, we can just look at this real quick. I'll pull it up on a different screen. 1 second. Okay, so looking at the category Future Saga, you have this Blue Goku and Vegeta tag, really good. This Rosé tag, really good. You have the time-limited buffs for the Vegito, Rosé. You have the new free-to-play units, which you can run them. They're not like, I mean, they're really good, but they're not as crazy as like the other ones I'm mentioning. Then you also have these 2 Super Easy A's, the Vegito Blue and the Rosé, also really good. These 2. And then, I know they haven't Easy A'd yet, but I'm more than sure that these guys are going to Easy A. Probably along with, like, maybe another Easy A, but I know for sure these guys are going to Easy A. So Future in of itself is a good team. And let me just pull up the Fused Fighter category real quick also. Fused Fighter is also a really insane category right now. You have the 2 10th year anniversary LRs, who are still, I think, like up there, top 5 in the game at least. You have the Go Tanks, who's definitely going to be profiting off of the support that this guy gives. You can also run the 2 7th year anniversary LRs. They're still really insanely good, probably like top 10. They might have dropped down a little after these 2, but definitely top 10. I'll do like a little tier list eventually. I just want to play with the characters more. But who else do you have on Fused Fighter? You could probably still get away with running the Gogeta as a slot 3 unit. Probably a little, like not too much. But then, you still have the time limited buffs for this guy. Not really much. Fused Fighter. Oh, you have the Kale and Caulifla. They're also really good. But they'll be good for this guy. If you're going to be... Okay, I'll get into that in a second. But the category, their leader skill is a little bit better than I expected, but they definitely could have thrown Power Beyond Super Saiyan on there. I don't know why they didn't. Power Beyond Super Saiyan, what other 27 categories are there on? Patara they could have thrown on there. Superheroes would have been crazy. Bond of Parent and Child, Pure Sands, Time Travelers. Like they could have added another category on. It's not the end of the world. They still have a pretty decent leader skill. Because most of the characters on Future Saga are going to be on Bond and Parent and Child anyway. At least for like the super class. Why did I click that? Okay. And then any of the Fuse Fighters are going to be on Final Trump Card. So, you know, I do think that the leader skill is good just because if you're running this team, you're more than likely, like, any character who's on these initial 2 leader skills is most likely going to be on these 2 right here. So, dude. So, I do think they will be good. So, super attack effects. 12 key, greatly raises attack and defense 1 turn. Pretty good. Lowers attack. Pretty good. You know, just generic. Pretty good. The 18 key is really good. Greatly raising attack with Mega Colossal. And then you can't underestimate this part. Like, this part right here, you love seeing that on a units kit. Like, Daima Vegeta came out with, like, the 33% for 2 turns, I believe it was. No, 3 turns. Let me just confirm that real quick. Give me 1 second. No. So he stacks attack for 3 turns, but then he raises defense by 33% for 1 turn. That's really good. And then, you know, this is even better. Like, you love seeing this on a unit's super attack. Passive skill. You know, people, and I'll mention this for the Zamasu too, and I'm trying to be fast because I don't want to make too big of a video, but 200% stats, they have a really good key mechanic. I remember watching the live and seeing this. You love to see a character with this key mechanic. This, I thought initially was going to be a little restrictive, but Superclass, if you're going to be running these guys, Superclass is not really hard to get. And then if you're running Future Saga exclusively, I mean, that's not too hard either. Future Saga category ally on the team, not really hard, because you can just run... Where are they? Yeah, you can just run this guy right here. This guy, as long as you're running him on the team, which you probably should in a second, I'll get to his kit, but he's really good. Extra stats up to 150. And then, you know, as long as you're running a superclass team, you're getting 60% damage reduction and dodge. And then when all allies in the same turn are superclass or Future Saga, you get an extra 20% to dodge, 10% damage reduction. So you basically have 80% dodge and 70% damage reduction, and none of this is like too restricted. Like, it definitely has restrictions on it, but the restrictions, like a bad restriction, I'll just pull it up real quick. So when talking about restrictions, it's funny because you could just pull up their counterpart. This is this is what a bad restriction is. This is a terrible restriction. This in of itself, like, not anymore, but at the time, like, even like maybe like a couple months after, was a terrible restriction. No one on Future was good. So like, that's a bad restriction. Having superclass allies in the turn, that is not a bad restriction at all. Cause you would just run them superclass anyways. Like, I can throw up a picture on screen, like, I'll just throw up like maybe 2 or 3, but like, I can easily make 2 or 3 teams where I'm just superclass or Future Saga. It's not really that hard. Because you just need one Future Saga, you either need the whole rotation to be super, or one Future Saga category ally in the turn, which again is not that hard. And you're getting, what, 80% dodge, 70% damage reduction? Like, it's crazy. Then, when you get to 18 key, you get a massive attack boost. Again, with the crazy key mechanic they have, not hard at all. And also you get attacks effective against all types. So you're not critting, which would definitely be better, but attacks effective against all types, not bad. Definitely not bad. They're probably, even at 55%, throwing at 20 millions, effective against all types. When receiving an attack, they get extra defense, so they're probably going to be taking most normals in the game. And then, you know, the reversible exchange. I can just go over the active skill for this one real quick. So, insane attack raising temporarily. ultimate damage, attack and defense plus 20% in battle, really good. You love to see that. And then nullify attacks that are guaranteed to hit, making it possible to evade these attacks in battle. So they just have the tech UI domain just built into their card. So this character is just dominating any event right now, besides maybe like Festival, and I'll get into that in a second. But this card just dominates any event you throw them in. Turn 4, like, if you have dodge canceling, well, turn 4, it's gone, so you're good. Let's say you have, like, a really hard fight. Well, you have 80% dodge and then 70% damage reduction with really good attack stats, with really good defensive stats. Like, this card is really good. I'm just kind of upset that the animations aren't better. But, I mean, it only makes it better that you have really good link skills. Probably the most categories in the game right here. Like, I think it's 26 categories, good stats, really good linking partners with these guys. These guys probably got like an insane buff now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, look at their 200% leaders, bro. This is crazy. All of these are 200% leaders at least, and then some of them are even 220. So it's just wild. The Vegeta side of the character, people will not agree with me when I say this. Before I even get into it, I think Zamasu is like the worst aspect of a card out of these two. I think Vegeta's actually pretty good. I should probably pull up the other card real quick. Give me 1 second. So, okay. This card right here is literally, like, imagine if this card got a modern day EZA. Like, this card right here. That's what this Vegeta is. Like, this Vegeta is just a modern day EZA of this card right here. So, starting with supers, this guy has greatly raises attack and defense 1 turn, 50%, and then lowers defense. That can be useful in some fights. Definitely can be useful in some fights. Then you have 18 key, massively raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn. Pretty good, 100% attack raise, not bad. Mega Colossal, like to see it. Nothing too crazy with the super attacks. You know, definitely could be stacking. I don't know why he's not stacking defense. Like, make it massively raise attack for 1 turn and then raises defense here. Like, even a 30% defense increase, and he's probably like best unit in the game. But key plus 7, so good key. He doesn't have the good key mechanic, but, you know, key plus 7, pretty good. 200% stats there, 50% chance to crit, 50% chance to dodge, 40% damage reduction. Probably a crazy... This is useless right now, just to be completely honest. I don't know why they threw this in his kit. Key plus 3, attack and defense 80% for characters and allies whose name includes Trunks. Useless right now, but eventually if they do EZA a Trunks or release Trunks cards, they'll be, you know, pretty good. As third attacker in the term, crazy attack boost with guaranteed crit, so probably one of the best floaters in the game, considering all of this extra stuff right here. 18 key, 250% stats, really good boost, and a guaranteed additional super. Love to see it. And then, when you have 20 key or more, good 150% defense and additional super attack. Like, I know I just said this guy's probably like the worst version of a card that just came out of the two. This guy's insane. Like, I was not expecting them to go this hard for future. 2 guaranteed additional supers just with 20 key. Like, imagine you stack with Goku a lot and then you just swap to this guy. Like, Goku might be better a little bit defensively, but if we go to the active skill, like, if you ever need a really good tank, like, if you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, I need a slot 1, I can't really trust Goku, I'm not really a big fan of 80% dodge for some reason, you know, a super will kill me slot 1, you use the Father-Son Gallic Gun, Future Saga category allies, 50% stats, plus an additional 10% defense for Bond Parent and Child for 4 turns. Like this is just crazy. Massively raises attack temporarily and guards all attacks. I don't know if that's for 4 turns or just for that turn, but if it's just for that turn, that's fine. Because what you do is you literally just run the Goku until like maybe like you're in a rough position. Like let's say like you have dodge canceling or something and you don't want to use their active skill for some reason. Like let's say you're just like, oh okay, well even without dodge canceling, if this super comes in and hits me, I'm going to die. Like I don't know if I can trust 80%, which is weird. I don't know why you'd ever say that. I don't know if I could trust 80%. I need someone who's guaranteed going to tank for me. You just swap over to the Vegeta. You have guard, 40% damage reduction, coin flip to crit, coin flip to evade enemy attack, like, and then as third attacker in the turn, guaranteed crit. Like this guy's like a very good Swiss Army knife if you ever need him, especially with his active up. Like with his active up, he's probably not dying to any attack in the game besides like Festival of Battles. But that's like almost any unit. So this guy is really insane. This card in general is really insane. I was not expecting them to go this hard for Future Saga. Like I remember saying in one of my videos that I'll just be saving if they don't make the units crazy broken. And then in like some other videos I was just like, yeah, I mean like this year's good. They're probably going to make their kits really good. Animations are going to be really good. Like it's going to be very hype. Like they definitely came through. Like this character might be like top 3 in the game. I still I'd have to play because spoiler alert too. I have another video planned. I did do summons. I did pull this guy, so I just want to play around with him a little bit more. I need to see if he's better than Vegito. I didn't pull Rose, unfortunately. Hopefully soon. I'm gonna do some missions, try to grind up some stones, see if I can get Rose. But this guy, I need to play around with him, see how he compares to Vegito in some events. But he may just be number 1 in the game, honestly. I mean, 80% dodge, 70% damage reduction, really good attack stats, pretty good defense, not dying to normals in almost any event. If you are in threat of dying and you don't trust your 80% chance to dodge, you can swap to Vegeta, launch his active, get guard, plus the 40% damage reduction, plus the 50% chance to dodge, plus the really good defense. Like, I don't... Or, oh my god, I didn't even think about this. Could you... I need to try this out. I don't... I should probably do like another video discussing this if it does work. But could you just go to Vegeta's active skill? Like, let's say even if you can dodge cancel, it's still like a risk and you don't trust your 80% chance to dodge. Could you go to Vegeta's card, use the Father Son Gallic Gun, get guard, and then just use this guy? Guard 70% damage reduction with 80% chance to dodge? I need to test that out because if you could do that, he genuinely number one in the game. Like I don't see any boss killing him if you use the Father Son Gallic Gun and then swap back to this card. Damn, I need to test that out. That might be just like a legitimately crazy combo. But yeah, this guy. I know I said I wanted to make this video fast, but like this guy is. These two are just insane. I'm happy that they did make these guys cracked. They needed to do that. Like I was not like I'm sure you watch any of my videos before this anniversary came out. I was not hyped at all for Future. I still kind of am bummed out that it's not Daima, but Daima will probably be like the next celebration. But they came through. They came through this celebration. And since we're done with this character, I'll just go to the next one. This Rose and Zamasu are genuinely goated too. So, initial thoughts on the leader skill, ass. I don't not as ass as people are saying though. I'll just pull up the super bosses category real quick. Right there, open a new tab. So not as ass as people are saying. Like you want this guy with extreme class, which is it's gonna be hard. But like let's say okay, so you need 3 extreme class allies or 3 Future Saga category allies. Well, if you're going to be running the future, if you're going to be running the Goku and Vegeta as leader and throw these guys on, that's already two because you have the leader slot and then the friend slot. And then, like, let's say you're running Vegito Blue, who's really good, or the AGL Zamasu or AGL Rose, who's really good. This condition's satisfied because that's 3 Future Saga. That's your guaranteed damage reduction. Let me just go over the stats. So super bosses, what the fuck are they thinking, bro? Because spoiler alert. I'll put up like on screen if you don't want to get spoiled for part 2, because we know who the part 2 LR Dokkan Fest is going to be. But super bosses and GT bosses, kind of crazy. But like, let's say you want to run full super bosses, it's kind of hard. With this guy, like you could run all these free to plays together, but why would you want to do that? Like, Hit will fit on the team. That's about it. Like, because you have, let's say you run super bosses, you run this guy as leader with the friend, so that counts as 1 for each. Then you get, like, you could probably try Broly, Chilai, and LMAO out. They're not going to be the craziest, especially in dodge canceling fights. You could probably get Hit on, that's 2, but then you need a third. The third would probably be Rose. Third would definitely probably be this Rose. To be honest, I haven't even looked over that Rose's kit, but I'm assuming he's really good because I know the Vegito Blue's really good. But I guess that could be your 3. And then, like, you could run the, let me just go back to super bosses. I don't know why I clicked off it. So, like, once you have your, like, you run this guy, then you got the friend leader, who counts as 1, Hit, who counts as 2, which I don't have, to be completely honest. Then you have, the AGL Zamasu, who counts as 3. You have his passive up, and then you can, like, run Kale. You could run, like, Kale and Caulifla, how many is that? That's 5, and then maybe for 6-man you can run like Jiren, or like, let me see Broly's kit real quick. Broly wouldn't be the worst, especially if you can get him to his domain, because doesn't he have damage reduction here? 26. Damn, he only has 26? I was convinced he had more. Nah, Broly isn't really runnable right now. I'm sure his damage would be crazy, but you can't, like, defensively run him. Maybe, I have this Goku Black, maybe you can run this guy. He would definitely be a little bit better after the, well, let's just go over it, why he'd be better. So, super attack, you have greatly raised his attack, and it's the same as Goku's. Again, pretty good. Generic, but, you know, pretty good, all the less. 18 key, you're stacking... You're greatly stacking attack, and then you're raising allies' attack by 60% for 1 turn. I'd rather the defense, but, I mean, if your goal is to finish the fight faster than the boss can kill you, which really doesn't work most of the time, but it can work with crazy damaging units like these guys, then this is pretty good. And then for passive skill, 200% stats, good key mechanic, you love to see it. 80% stats and effective against all types for allies whose name includes Goku Black. So that's good for this guy. That's also good for... where is he? That's also good for this guy. That is also good for this guy's limited time buffs. It's good for the other Rose that's going to be on the team. This guy got his super easy A. I think he's pretty decent. Good for these guys. So, I mean... right now, this isn't an issue, but this will be power crept. Goku Blacks will go out of the game, like they'll be power crept and everything, so this will become useless. Same as how probably like the Goku in, okay, so I found it. It's not on Goku's side, it's on Vegeta's side. The same way how like this will eventually be power crept and become useless, but it's still pretty good for right now. Like, well, not that Vegeta's. That Vegeta's shit is useless right now. This Goku Black right now, though, this is pretty good. Like, right now, at least, this is pretty good. And then perks, again, like I was saying, perks Stream Class Ally or Future Saga category ally on the team, depending on which has more members. You get extra 150% stats, and then you get crit and damage reduction rate up to 60%. Really good, considering when all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class characters, or when there's another Future Saga category ally in the same turn, you get guard. So if you can fulfill this, or you're just running a full extreme class team, which you probably aren't, just being completely honest. Like, this part is a lot, like, this part right here is a lot harder than this part. Very hard. Future Saga can definitely be done. I feel like that's a lot easier. But if you can get this guard up with the 60% damage reduction, and then also on 18 key, when activating active skill or 18 key, crazy attack boost, launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super. Then when receiving an attack, 180% defense. Like, this character is going to be... You're not going to see this character die a lot. At least, like, this side of the card. You will not be seeing them die almost at all. Yeah, this guy is kind of broken. Like, probably, like, one of the best defensive units in the game right now. Because, let me look at one character in particular. So, this guy right here, along with Beast Gohan and Broly, they get 40% damage reduction with the guard. That guy just has 60 with guard. Like, that's just pretty good. Like, this guy's pretty good. Again, crazy stats. Really good defense. He's stacking attack. His attack is actually pretty good. Like, this guy is pretty good. So, let's get to this Zamasu. I've seen a lot of people downplay this Zamasu. I think, so if we're gonna rate, like, the tag units, like, each individually, I think number 1, probably the Rosé. Number 2 is probably the Goku, just because he doesn't have guard. That Goku's still really cracked. I think the Rosé is just better because he'll be a little bit more consistent defensively. But the Goku, you know, 80% dodge with 70% damage reduction with crazy defense. Still really good. So it goes Rosé, Goku, this Zamasu, and then Vegeta, in my opinion. So if we look at his supers, 50% stats for one turn, lowers defense, bare bone, pretty simple. Then he has 100% stats for one turn, and then he recovers 20% HP. Then 7 key, 200% stats. I believe that's the same as Goku's. I should really have that up. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I pulled up the Vegeta side of the card. Yeah, it's the exact same as Vegeta's. So you got the 200% stats, 7 key, pretty good. 50% chance to crit, pretty good, same as Vegeta. But then you have guaranteed guard. You don't have to use an active skill. Guaranteed guard. And then when attacking, 200% stats, Future Saga category allies, Future Saga category extreme class allies, 10% damage reduction. Pretty good. That's really good support. You love to see it. And then attacking with active skill or attacking with 20 or more key, another 200% stats, guaranteed additional super. And then, if you're below 60% HP, you get an extra 300% stats, guaranteed crit, and then you recover 6% of damage dealt as HP. So, this guy is really good, because if we look at this guy will be really good in one situation in particular, and that's when you can't trust the 80% chance to dodge with the 70% damage reduction, and you're just like, okay, I'm feeling a little unsure, I don't know if dodge is going to pull me through this, I need to tank a hit. Then you use this guy's super, and you don't really... Thinking about it, if what I said earlier does work, where you can pop his active, swap back to the Goku, and then you have 70% damage reduction in guard, you're not really using this character at all. Like, maybe to tank that one hit, I mean, he's pretty good. Like, you have a lot of coin flips in here, and you have a lot of pretty good damage reduction with the guard. Like this guy's basically just like Beast Gohan, Grade 8 Vegeta, Tech Broly, a little bit worse, like about the same. Like I'd rate this part of the card like up there with Beast, Tech Broly, and then like Grade 8 Vegeta, like just a little bit better with like, you know, some dodge, really good attack, really good defense stats. But like this guy's just like you're only using him if you're gonna run the active, and if what I said works, you just run the Goku anyway. If you're like, if on this team you're taking a lot of damage, like let's say you loaded like turn 1, you're using Rose, do a bunch of attack stacks. Like let's say your slot 3 unit takes like 400k or something. You're below like 50. You swap to this. You swap to this Zamasu right here. You just throw him probably slot 1, like, because if we do the math, 200, 400. Wait, am I on the right? Yeah, I'm on the right side of the card. 200, 400, 600, 900, 900% stats. Like, I feel like people are gonna underestimate that a lot. 900% defense and attack. And then he's also just regenning 20% HP. And then whenever he gets hit, like he's regenning damage. Like this guy, this is one of the best healing characters in the game. And then also, he's actually not bad defensively. He's probably going to be sitting at like, I haven't tested him out. I really want to play around with him first before I say this. But he's probably going to like be sitting at like 2 million defense guard. Really good, like really good attack stats. He's supporting with damage reduction, and then he's healing. Like this guy's crazy. Like you run this guy, and then like, so like let's say you're running the Rose slot 1. Your slot 3 takes what, 400k, like I said earlier. You swap to this guy, throw him like slot 2 if you're not confident. He's regenning almost all your HP back, and then you just swap back to Rose. Like he's pretty crazy, and then his Fusion Zamasu active skill, 100% attack temporarily, ultimate damage, and then you also just get 4 ki and 40% attack in battle. Like that's just a crazy buff to attack when you already have 900% stats. On top of like Rose, like this side of the card is really good. I think in time people will be able to tell that this Rose, or not this Rose. I feel like in time people will be able to tell that this Zamasu is probably better than the Vegeta. But like this card genuinely might just be better than this card at points. Like I feel like this card will be better just because, you know, team synergies. It's easier to fulfill some conditions. Like in time when power creep happens, like it'll definitely be easier to like get the conditions for this guy's super class and everything compared to this guy's extreme. But right now, this character might be. I'm thinking just on paper, no testing at all. I've barely played with my blue tags yet, so I need to see how they do compared to Vegito. It might just be. If we're gonna exclude Festival, because if we're including Festival, we know Vegito's #1 pretty easily. But if we're gonna inspect the whole game, including Festival, but including every other event, #1 is probably this Rose Zamasu. #2 is probably these guys. #3 is probably Vegito. Just on paper, remember, I have to test them out. #4, probably the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta card. #5 is probably the AGL 10th year anniversary Gogeta card. #6 is probably the Gods. #7 and on, you could probably debate. But I do think this Rose might legit just be #1 in the game. They're that strong. And honestly, just to be completely honest, I'm happy. Like, as someone who wasn't excited for Future, my expectations were, you need to make these characters' kits really fire, and you need to make their animations really fire, and they delivered. They delivered. I'm more than prepared to eat my words, take back everything I said about not being excited about Future. I think they did these guys really great. So I'm happy with these two. These two right here, really great. I genuinely think so. I'll quickly go over the Champa and then these two. Champa, you're never going to be running his leader skill, doesn't really matter. 50% stats for 1 turn, lowers attack, not too bad. 166% stats, chance of performing crit and damage reduction, 22%. Okay, that's not bad. Realm of Gods, Universe 6 category allies, key +2, attack and defense +66. Okay, so they're trying to shape out Universe 6 to be like a pretty decent team, and this guy's definitely a good addition with that. You know, support is always good. When all allies in the same turn, so you're going to be running him on Realm of Gods or Universe 6. Extra 166% stats, extra crit and damage reduction, 22%. So 44% crit and damage reduction. Rainbow orb changing, really good. For every key, so you need 6 key spheres, and he gets up to. Okay, wait. So if you can get your 6, which you should be able to most turns because he's rainbow orb changing. Wow. This guy's 66. This turn is gonna be crazy. Oh my god. Okay. He seems like a pretty good banner unit, actually. I thought he was just gonna be like a little throwaway. But Universe 6 needed good characters. That could be a good team right now. Including this guy. Okay. Yeah, this guy's just a really good support Rainbow Orb Changer who's probably not going to be dying to normal attacks ever. Except for, again, you know, Festival. This guy seems pretty good. He's never going to be run slot 1, but what banner unit besides, like, Chi-Chi do you do that with anyway? Yeah, this guy seems pretty good. Like, a support Rainbow Orb Changer with how much, what, 66% crit damage reduction with crazy stats? I think he's going to be pretty good. Like, slot 2, slot 3 unit? Pretty good, I think. Okay, that's Champa. I mean, again, like, not really too much to say about him. Probably going to be running him on the Universe 6 teams, or... I'm surprised. Not really surprised he's not on this guy or this guy's. I mean... Again, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Realm of Gods on this character makes this character #1 in the game, so I kind of understand it. Like, I mean, they probably are close to #1 in the game anyway, but they definitely guaranteed #1 if they had 3 leader skills. Yeah, Champa seems pretty good. You have a debuff, pretty good super attack, good support, 66% damage reduction crit. Really, again, really good stats. Seems pretty good. Slot 2, slot 3. Now, I did see this guy's kit. I did get spoiled on him, but probably the worst leader skill of the bunch. 50% stats for 1 turn. Not bad. 2 key, 20% stats. 20% damage reduction, just off rip. 2 additional attacks, each which have a coin flip of being a super. They could have raised that to 70, but I feel like they would have been broken considering some of the later parts of the kit. Rainbow Orb Changer, just free rainbow orbs. Really good. When attacking, 150% stats. For every attack performed, an extra attack plus 30% within the turn. And you have to remember, every counter technically counts as an attack. When receiving a normal attack, you have 60% damage reduction. So 80% damage reduction. With crazy stats, with crazy attack, because you're going to be raising attack with every counter you do. And then when you receive a super, 50% chance to dodge temporarily. And then if you're below a certain threshold, it ups to 70%? No, 80%. I'm lying. I mean, this guy's pretty good if you're below 70%. When all allies in the same turn are super class characters or Future Saga category ally attack in the same turn, effective against all types, and then superclass allies 40% stats for 2 turns. And he's even buffing extreme class for 1 turn. Pretty good. Probably never going to be dying to normals. Never going to be dying to normals with 80% damage reduction. Really good stats. He's a Rainbow Orb Changer. Very high chance to raise his stats even further with 2 additional coin flips of being a super. Really good support, too, for not even just super class, but also extreme. And then, if you do take the odd super, like, you have a 50% chance to dodge. And if you're below a certain HP threshold, it goes up to 80. Like, this guy's insane. This is genuinely, like... This might be LR level. Like, not this year's LRs, but, like, I could definitely see this kit being on, like, a LR from last year. Like, this almost looks like Gogeta's kit, but, like, way better. Kind of crazy. Like, this guy is really good. Like, I know I'm kind of, like, speeding through these last couple, but this guy, these, like, that's what I, like, again, I was not hyped at all for Future. They proved me wrong for sure. They delivered. The 1, 2, 3, 4 so far have just been out of the park. Just bangers. These guys are great. And then, you know, Rose. I haven't read this yet, so this will be a surprise. Again, shitty-ass leader skill. 50% defense 1 turn. Greatly lowers defense. Pretty good. You like to, you know, debuffs are really good right now. 200% attack. 20% damage reduction. So this isn't even, like, extreme class. This is just everyone gets 3 key 30% attack and defense. Guaranteed additional super. When receiving attack, extra defense. Okay, and then, wait, okay, so, extra defense, and then, like, if you're below a certain threshold, so this is what I'm talking about, like, so back to the Zamasu just for a brief second. Let's say someone in slot 3, like, one of your shittier super boss characters, gets, like, supered, or gets, like, takes a couple hits and, like, knocks you below 50. You run this guy slot 1, this Zamasu slot 2, and you're back up to full, and then also you're doing crazy damage. Because, let's see. So good stats, up to 300% attack and defense, depending on the situation. 200% guaranteed. Every attack received, you don't like to see this, though. Getting hit to get stats. Right now, this is probably not going to hurt him at all. But you don't like to get hit. So up to 300% attack, so you have to get hit 5 times. Yeah, you have to get hit 5 times to get up to 300% attack and 50% crit. Okay, and then I guess just every turn you run him, he gets an extra 25% damage reduction. So what is that, 70? When all allies are extreme class, or if there's another Future Saga category ally in the turn, guard? Bro, he's just guarding with Oh my god. Is he better? He's probably not better attack-wise than this guy. He might just be better defensively than this guy in some cases. Holy shit. Like, not turn 1, but turn 2, like, this guy's second turn, he's probably, like, one of the best slot 1 units in the game right now. 70% damage reduction, guard, crazy stats, crit support. How much crit? Yo, this Zamasu's crazy. You pair this guy with this guy? This is like Shaq and Kobe right here. What the hell? If this guy's LeBron and this guy's D Wade, this is Shaq and Kobe. Holy shit. So what I'm saying is true. You run this Goku Black and you keep stacking attack until you fall under like 60% HP. And then when you do, like, let's say you're just like, oh shit, my health is a little low. Swap to this guy, just throw him slot 2, throw this guy slot 1, because you're already under 60%, so you're getting the great, like, you're getting 300% defense. And then by that time, you probably have the damage reduction built up, and you have your guard. Like, you throw this guy slot 1, the Zamasu slot 2, and you're back up to full, and then you could just swap back to the Rose. Oh shit. They went 5 for 5, man. I'm happy we are not in 2023 anymore, where characters just had shitty-ass kit. Because none of this is, like, too restricted. Like, the greatest restrictions I see right now, sadly enough, are on these two. Just because at any moment in time, Extreme Class could become shit, and Future Saga could become shit. But for right now, I don't like these two will not die in almost any fight. Like Festival of Battles, like deep in, you could probably die, but that's for any character. Like outside of Festival, these two will not die in any event if you have them, especially if they're paired up next to each other. Because to get the good, to meet your condition, you just need one Future Saga category ally on the team for this guy, and then in the turn with this guy. Or not in the turn with this guy. You need him in the turn with this guy. Holy shit, I know I didn't want to make this video long. I didn't, because the only characters I knew, like I know their kits, the only ones I knew were this guy, and this guy. I didn't know these two, so I wanted to read them first. But man, they released some bangers. This Dokkan is my favorite game. Even when I'm not interested at all in the celebration, they just release the best fucking characters in the game and get me tapped back in so fast. Like these guys really are just crazy. Like I'm just so shocked. Like right now I'm just like stunned. I'm doing like double takes and shit. So people who said we wanted to focus more on the tag mechanic, you got your wish, because these two tags are probably like some of the. These guys are going to be very fun to play with, just because of like how you can run into some events with them. Like again, like this Goku is probably just like one of the best offensive and defensive characters in the game. And then like, let's say you have dodge canceling, you just use Vegito, and you can dodge. Let's say you're in a like maybe battle hardened formidable foes, and you're just like, oh shit, turn 4. I don't know if I can. Well, what turn do you get this? Turn 4? Yeah, turn 4. So like, let's say you're in battle hardened formidable foes, and you're just like, I don't know if I trust this 80% chance to dodge. Let me just try to tank a super real quick. You use Vegeta's active, you get your guard, go back to this guy. 70% damage reduction, guard, 80% dodge. Like, this guy's not dying. Slot 1. And then you just have this guy sitting slot 2, throwing out crazy numbers. Rainbow orb changing, supporting. This guy's supporting. All of them are supporting. All of these guys are supporting right here. Like, all of these characters are supporting. And it's not like they're just supporting, like, their own respective classes or categories. These guys are just supporting almost everyone. Super and Extreme. This guy's more category specific, but still, Realm of Gods Universe 6. Really good for the two teams that are out right now. This guy's supporting everybody. Right there, and right here. This guy's supporting his Future Saga category Extreme Class allies, 10% damage reduction. This guy is supporting on his 18 key. This guy supports on his 18 key right here. And then when you go to Vegeta, he's just supporting on his active. Like these guys are crazy. Like I remember watching the live stream and thinking that these guys weren't too good, but like I remember, because if you watch the VOD, I'm just like, oh, I didn't read it all the way. I need to like read their kits a little bit more. These guys, I need to make a tier list soon, because these units are just like actually might be better than Vegito, which is crazy. Again, Festival of Battles, Vegito is still supreme, but if we look outside of Festival of Battles, like, can I say Vegito is better than this guy and this guy turn 1? Like, no. Like, maybe turn 6, maybe turn 4, Vegito is better than these guys. Turn 6, maybe, like, with better defensive stacks and attack stats, but, like, I don't know. These guys might just be number 1 and number 2. Genuinely. And then these guys might be, like, up there, these two might be up there, like, being some of the best TURs in the game. Like, Dokkan delivered, for sure. This is gonna be a bitch of a video to edit, but I'm having fun. Like, this is what Dokkan needed to do, in my opinion. If you weren't gonna do Daima, I think I said this also. If you aren't going to do Daima and you're going to choose to do Future, do it right. Like, I'm still upset that they don't fuse, but again, the character kits are crazy. Animations are crazy for these guys. The Super Easy A's are perfect. Like, oh, like, it's hard to find a more perfect complement than these two Super Easy A's for the new LRs. Like, I'm just stunned. These guys are just so good. Like, genuinely. Like, I've been playing since the first year, even before the first year anniversary. I've probably been playing since, like, maybe 2 or 3 months after the game released. Interesting story about that maybe I'll tell at one point in time. But I can't remember stronger units besides, like, maybe Beast Gohan, Super Gogeta than these guys. And like, more specifically, I can't remember a time where Dokkan dropped the headliners with crazy, like complementary support units. And, like, them blending so well. Like, this might be, like, the best... Like, I thought... when DeTruth uploaded his video saying that, like... I read the title. I didn't watch it because I wanted to, like, come on here and react. But when DeTruth said that, like, this might be the best data download ever, like, he isn't lying. No, almost none of these characters are bad. And the best part about all of these characters is that they're almost practically not restricted. The only ones who will ever struggle with their restrictions is this Goku Black and this Goku Black Rose. Like, these two will be the only ones that struggle with restrictions. Like, obviously this guy, but this guy's a banner unit. They just went above and like they just went above and beyond. It's crazy. I'll just make that the video. It's almost hitting an hour, but I'm just stunned with these characters. Like, they're insanely good. I'm gonna get to grinding. I'm gonna try to get this rosé. Remember, drink all your water, eat all your fruits and vegetables. Grind for these characters right now. Like, I know I said that I might skip. These characters are worth it right now. Try to get these guys. They're really good. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. Tapping out. Bye.